Butch and Bob Show.
World famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio. And this morning we're going to be talking about Wayne County events coming up. And in the studio with us this morning to talk about both of them is Mark Tootle. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Butch.
How's it going?
It's going.
It's a going.
Life is busy, but here we are.
Okay. Well, you got two hats on this morning, one for Odom and one for the Porch Fest. So let's go ahead and start with the activities that are going to be taking place in Odom, Georgia. What's going on?
This Saturday, the Odom Food Truck Festival. This Saturday, April 12th.
Mm-hmm.
And this is our third year of doing the Food Truck Festival, and came out of the gate really strong. The first year, we were kind of blown away at how popular it was, and we've built, and I say we've built, they've built the committee.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, I just
how
show
people
up on
get
game
excited
day.
about going to a festival where there's food trucks.
Yeah, well, food
people
and
love to
music,
eat. You know?
Food and music. I mean, what more?
And
could
of course,
ask
you got
for?
entertainment too.
Right. Yeah. So got 10 trucks lined up for this year. Food starts at 11 a.m., runs through 8 p.m. So that's you can do lunch, snacks, and supper, dinner,
the
whichever.
whole thing.
Yeah, just stay all day.
Well,
But,
supper here in the south, dinner up north. Go ahead.
Yep, that's it. So, but we have 10 food trucks lined up. They will be serving from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. We also have entertainment that will be from 12 noon to 8 p.m. But first, let's go with the. I'll list the food trucks out.
Now, these food trucks will be there
downtown Odom at the
downtown,
depot.
At the depot. Square. They'll be lined up all around the downtown square.
That is correct. Where we have
this
Odom
Saturday.
Homecoming. Yes, this Saturday starting at 11 a.m. for the food. Food trucks there will be Paradise Island Cuisine. That's Caribbean. Johnny Boy Cookies. Keller's Wood-Fired Pizza. That's always a popular one. Brothers Seafood and Wings. Segura's Taqueria. I hope that was close. Southern Shaved Ice of Blackshear. Coastal Creamery. Everybody knows them from Jesup. Sawadi Thai Fusion. Insane Wangs. And Lobster Dogs. So some of these food trucks are really popular. People see them around at different events and are really excited about.
I don't know if I've heard of one of these yet.
I've heard of quite a few of
Okay,
them.
I know your passion for eating. So I know.
No, you just have good timing.
So seems like every time I text or call Mark, well, I'm about to eat, or I'm eating, or I just got through eating.
It's just lucky timing.
Okay, but go ahead.
But we're
what other trucks are going to be there? Food trucks.
These 10 are what's going to be there Saturday. So we got a good variety and good quality. A lot of these people know a lot of these food trucks.
That's a lot of variety. I never knew there was that many variety of food trucks. I had no idea.
You can do anything from a food truck.
I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, it is. And while you're eating, we'll have entertainment. And this is going to be good. I'm really excited about this because there's quite a music scene in Jesup, downtown in the bars, and that's all good. But a lot of people would, like a little more family-friendly environment.
Well, some of them are some of them may be bars or cantinas. A lot of them are restaurants that have a portion of them there where entertainment is playing.
I understand, but this is out in the wide open. We got
this is outdoors.
Good weather scheduled, so
good
that should
weather.
Work out good.
Saturday.
So from 12 to 3. We will have Chloe Price. She's been on here several times. She was in here last week. She was a Saturday night at the farmers market. Did a fantastic job. She will be playing from 12 to 3, not entirely. She'll be off and on from 12 to 3. It is her block. And if I know Chloe, she'll probably be playing most of that time because she loves to play and sing. 3:30 is we have a band called Gray City Limits. Now, this is an interesting band. They are a high school band. It's a 4-piece rock and roll band. Looking at their picture, they look like they're about average age of 15, but they're from Gray, Georgia, outside of Macon. Some of our committee members have seen them, said they were very good. So I contacted a relative who lives in Gray, and she said, yes, they are fantastic.
What does a 15-year-old rock and roll band sound like? Because I don't know what current rock and roll sounds like.
It is Macon, so they've had some pretty good young bands come out of Macon, so maybe we're seeing the next one here. That's a
maybe
picture.
Another Allman Brothers. Maybe it's according to how creative they are. You never can tell.
There was a music scene in making years ago. Maybe it's time for a rebirth.
Yes, sir.
Anyway,
Rebirth. Okay.
Gray
So they'll
City
be there
Limits.
from starting at 3.
3:30 till 5. From 3:30 till 5, we'll have Gray City Limits, and at 5:15 we will have DJ Nails line dancers. So we hadn't had line dancers in Odom in a few years, but we're going to have some. I don't know how to say maybe modern line dancers. DJ Nails, they're very good from what I understand. I have not seen them, but they're on the schedule for 5:15. Then from 6 p.m. till 8 p.m., we have Saltwater Gypsies. They're a
Saltwater Gypsies. We've had them on the
band.
local musician spotlight before.
They've been in Jesup quite a few times. A really good band. People enjoy them. So they are going to be there from 6 until 8. So we have music from noon until 8 and food from 11 a.m. until 8. So full day.
You
good
can
food,
you
good
can
music.
walk in and then waddle out after eating all day long.
If you do it right, yes. And I would like
walk
to get,
in and waddle out.
That's it works. I do it. So, and I would like to give a shout out to our sponsors here, our long list of sponsors for the Odom Food Truck Festival. They are Troyer Specialty Fencing, Prime South Bank, Mobile Concrete, Partners Risk Services, Hendricks Hauling, J. Hires Georgia Asphalt, Jesup Premium Storage, R&R Auto and Camper Sales, Harder Recycling, Interstate Credit Union, Altamaha Federal Credit Union, Harrison Company, Pies Appliance, Greenview Farms, Farmers Furniture, The Chicken Shack in Odom, Marshland Credit Union, Yoder's Metal, Satilla REMC, The Trade Mart, Morton Collision Center, Odom General Store, House of Worship, and First Baptist Church of Jesup. So thanks to all our sponsors for making this happen. I think it's going to be a great day, full day, food and music.
And is this all part of the a fundraiser like you do for the Odom Day for your scholarship programs for Odom, or is there something else?
No, this is a community give back.
This is just a community giving back. All
right, this is just an Odom homecoming event. This is a give back to the community, an event for people to do. We just try to do different things during the year to give for some community involvement.
All right, so it's a community event, and bring folks into Odom. Every town, Jesup and Scriven, Odom have different events going on. Y'all have this, and then of course Scriven will have their 4th of July activities, and Jesup has a couple of 2 or 3 events during the course of the year, so it's good. One
of our Odom events, so it's this Saturday, April 12th, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. Lots of food, lots of variety, and lots of good music.
All right,
and good way to spend the day.
Would it be like normal, like in the Odom Homecoming on the first Saturday in October, where you bring lounge chairs, your own chairs, and sit around and watch the entertainment and relax and so forth?
You certainly can. There are tables out there for you to sit down and eat, but by all means, you are welcome to bring your own chair. The entertainment will be on the stage, and of course, we have the cement slab.
So there's going to be tables set up?
There will be tables set up for you to sit and eat at, yes.
Okay, there'll be tables set up, but you can bring your own also.
Absolutely.
Okay. So that's this Saturday starting at 11 o'clock.
Right.
And who was sitting around one day? I don't know that Odom wasn't the first town to do this. Say, we need to have a festival with a whole bunch of food trucks. And someone said, what are you talking about? They're around town all the time.
Yeah, some of our committee members, do a lot of events like this, and that's how we got the idea. It's kind of like Porch Fest. Some people in Jesup saw what was going on in Brunswick and said, hey, we can do that.
Yeah.
And so some of the committee members, leaders, I'll call out Vicki and Kevin by name, who they travel a lot and see a lot of these things, and said, hey, we can do this in Odom. And
it's turned out real well.
Yeah, it's turned out great. Like I say, the first event, I was blown away. I was actually doing something else, and I said, well, maybe I'll get back to Odom in time before it's closed down. And when I showed up, there were like 500 people, and somebody said, it was double this 2 hours ago. So it was it's a really, really good event. So,
that's absolutely amazing. And that's this Saturday from 11 to 8 in Odom, there at Odom Square there at the train depot.
Right, in the downtown district.
Downtown district.
All right. So anyway, it's be a good full day, good family day. Lots of food, lots of music, and hopefully lots of good weather.
A lot of folks have maybe not been around here for a while when you think of downtown area. Odom used to have a downtown.
Absolutely.
It used to have buildings like in downtown Jesup on both sides of the road there. It looked like a downtown with the old buildings with 2 stories and so forth like that.
I'm plenty old enough to remember that.
And I remember going to a theater in Odom when I was a teenager and watched a movie there. in Odom at a theater.
You got me there. I don't remember the theater.
You don't remember that? This was
but
late.
I do remember the downtown.
This was late 60s. This was late 60s. The radio station was doing a remote broadcast at Doug Daniel Furniture, which became Pierce's. It was Pierce's first, and then Doug Daniel, and then Pierce's again. But the radio station was doing an all-day Saturday remote there at Doug Daniel Furniture. So we were just the kids. When I say kids, I was probably about 15, so I wasn't really a kid. I was a teenager. Sent across the street over there, about where I don't know if it's not the train depot, but it looks to the right there, maybe where the chicken restaurant is. Yeah. There was a theater there.
Right.
And we watched a movie there. It's the one and only time I ever went to it. And then sometime, wasn't it during the 90s when they tore all that down and then put the new buildings in?
It was late 80s or 90s because I remember taking pictures somewhere in my house. I have pictures of old Odom. They asked me to take some pictures just for, to remember things. So I was an Odom in-law by then, which happened in '84. So somewhere around late '80s, early '90s, I can't really say, but yeah, I do remember that downtown area. It was busy.
It was a regular
general merchandise. I used to go into Hires General Merchandise with Jeff Hires' dad.
Oh, you did?
Yep. The good old days back when I was young.
Well, when you think about that, and of course we'll get on to the next thing, the Porch Fest. But while we're talking about that, when I was a student at the University of Georgia back, right after the dinosaurs died out. From 72 to 76, driving back and forth on Highway 15, up 341 to Baxley, and then I'm getting from 15 and going to Athens. You start realizing there's towns the size of Jesup and Baxley and Vidalia about every 30 to 40 miles.
Right. Yep.
And then about every 10 to 12 miles, there's towns the size of Scriven and Odom. And that's you kind of notice that. You go through one, then there's a couple of small towns, and then, which are the speed traps, and then you get to the no, I'm just kidding. And then to the bigger ones, and to the more medium-sized towns. And all that was done because of the agriculture community. You had to have a community close enough for people to horse and buggy to the town. And so if you lived in the Odom area, then you went to Odom. Now, when we had Mr. Bland, have you got to go? Okay. When one time we had Mr. Jim Bland on here one time, he talked about Jesup before Rayonier. We're talking about back in the 40s now, okay? Back in the 40s when it was just a small little retail area in downtown Jesup. And he said that on Saturdays, people would come in from the county, from around the county to Jesup because they had more stores than Odom and Scriven did. And they would come in, many of them on horse, some of them in older vehicles, but still horses and buggies were really popular still back then. Right. And park behind, they put all the horses and all that stuff behind, about where David's clothing is and all, behind it, back in that area. The guys would stay back there and shoot the breeze and solve world problems while the women went around town and shopped.
Spent their money.
Yeah, and went around and shopped. And he said that was a Saturday routine because it used to be Saturdays were the big days.
The social days.
In small towns. But then as time went by and as the highways got better and people started using cars more, then the smaller communities like Scriven and Odom started decreasing in size because people could drive into Jesup. And then you had and then you have towns, luckily for Jesup, we're fortunate enough to be able to have forward-thinking people all these years, and we were able to keep a vibrant downtown where many communities our size 30 years ago now don't have.
Hey, I drive through in my travels. I drive through.
Yeah, they don't have much
downtowns who have closed. They're just closed.
It's closed. It's like when I lived in McRae, Georgia for a year from 79 to 80, and it was just vibrant. It was all filled up from 79 to 80. Now you go through McRae, and
that's actually what I was thinking about when you drive through.
There's hardly anything there.
Yep.
But big festival this Saturday in Odom from 8 to 11 is
from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. The food truck festival is from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. this Saturday.
Yeah, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. in the food truck festival in Odom with entertainment all throughout the day.
Right.
All right, now let's move on to
Let's change hats and talk about Porch Fest.
Porch Fest.
3 weeks from this Saturday, May 3rd. Porch Fest is, of course, to highlight local music on the porches of historic homes around the downtown, the historic area around First Baptist Church. Don't know the streets exactly, but this is also, I believe, the third year we've done this, and it's been good. I mean, it's
been really good.
It's been good. People show up, people drive around on their golf carts, bicycles, and everyone performs. They have an hour to perform. Starts at 1 p.m., goes until 5. So we have 4 1-hour blocks that performers will perform. And
do they perform at all the different hours? You don't
yes,
have you don't have entertainment going
correct.
Two places at the same time, do you?
Yes, we will have 3 or 4 at the same time, but they're spaced apart strategically. Might be a good word.
Okay.
So we don't have houses side by side competing for airspace. So we have them, separated. Or we have them kind of where you flow, so you can they'll be reasonably close so that you can see all 4 if you want to, but it's kind of we have it in a flow, or it will be lined up. We didn't do this last year, figure it'd be better. There's an improvement we're making for this year where you will be able to kind of go, maybe not in a circle, but you will be able to flow and see potentially parts of everyone all day long. So we've tried to line it up so you can see everybody if you don't mind traveling, moving around a little bit.
Now, these roads, the streets, I won't call them roads, these streets that'll be in this historic area of Jesup, close to the Cracker Williams Recreation Center and First Baptist Church.
Right.
Will they be closed off except for bicycles?
I believe so.
And side-by-sides and golf carts?
Yes, they will be legal, is my understanding. I do not believe we're going to close off Cherry Street, but that has been discussed. I'm not sure if somebody's going to be over there or not, but anyway, we do have, golf carts and everything are fine on all these streets.
All these streets, okay.
Yep. You are invited to, ride a bicycle, walk, ride a golf cart, whatever you can do.
Yeah, it's supposed to be people just kind of walking through the streets and enjoying the entertainment, seeing the old homes and the porches and so forth. It's a fun time.
It is. It's a real good time. And we're going to have some of our regulars, that being Jeff Chandler. Everybody knows Jeff. Jeff does a good job. Wade Claxton, he is quite an entertainer. He's sings karaoke, a lot of good oldies. Wade's a great entertainer. Chloe Price again. Chloe's busy.
Yes, sir.
She had a good crowd last year on the O'Quinn porch. Some of our regulars, FBC, the First Baptist Church Men's Quartet, Walt Pender, they're always good. Greg Beck, pianist extraordinaire at Jesup Presbyterian, he'll be playing there. He's amazing. Gavin Allen. The Alienization Band, Jake Bradley, Olita Riggs, Connie Lane, Laney Mia Keller, Graceland is a band, and we have some newbies on for the first time participating who I'm really excited about. Lauren Marie, her and her band, she's been in Odom before. She has a band that plays around. Excuse me, I'm not sure if she's solo or with her band, but she's going to be here. Bailey Bryant, who won Wayne's Got Talent last year. Levi Moore, it would be his first year. And Allie Flederman. She's a fantastic singer. She sang in Wayne's Got Talent and sang at the Strand birthday party downtown a few months ago, and they had that big shindig for the Strand Cinema down there. So great to have her. So this is all that's confirmed so far. I mean, if you're listening and want to play an hour of music on Porch Fest, by all means, you can give us a call and get added to the list.
And who is us? The Wayne County Tourism Board?
Tourism Board, yeah. I get to call them us today, too. Heather, of course, is the leader. Heather Altman is the head of the
she was able to be here this morning, so you're taking her place.
A little bit under the weather this morning, but you can call the Tourism Board at 427-3233.
I don't know.
Maybe I should have checked first. But Wayne County Tourism, I'll have to check on that.
Who remembers phone numbers anymore?
Pound, yeah.
Yeah, you used to be, years ago, you knew a whole bunch of phone numbers, and now I couldn't even tell you my two boys' phone numbers, That's terrible. I should know them.
I was right. 427-3233.
Okay.
I was expecting a text from my sister, and I got it.
And you got it.
She keeps me straight.
Sisters will do that.
So Porch Fest is, and hopefully good weather. It's been good weather so far. Just might be.
We don't know. It's too many weeks to know what the exact weather is going to be.
Yeah, who knows, right?
You know, right.
So Saturday.
But I know we're going to have a gorgeous day Saturday for the Odom food truck festival.
Hopefully, be just as good for Porch Fest Saturday, May 3rd, 3 weeks from this Saturday. Music begins at 1, runs through 5. So, and around the streets of historic Jesup, and more about it from Facebook, or you can call the tourism board at 427-3233 for more information, or to volunteer to play, or to volunteer to host. Although I'm not sure where we are on hosting porches. I think we're good, but anyway, Porch Fest. It's bigger and better every year, so looking forward to it.
You know, you get these ideas. I mean, the scarecrows among us at Halloween, that came, from another town, and that was brought back here. And same way with Porch Fest and the Food Truck Festival. And, you learn from other folks. You talk to them about what works, what doesn't work, and you bring it to your community. And they'll tell them what else is going to be added over a course of time here in Wayne County.
Right. I think we're a busy community. We have lots of things for people to do, and I think it's a great thing. Yeah,
and of course this week the Wayne County Fair is going on, sponsored by the Wayne County Board of Tourism, and it all with being spring break, I'm sure the kids love that because they get to stay out later at the fair all week long, and except for Friday, every day is going to be pretty good. And so I'm sure they're having a blast out there.
Yeah, I have coworkers coming over from Brunswick and Hinesville who are amazed at the fair, and they've sworn to me they're going to visit the fair.
They're amazed at the fair
before they
Where are these
leave.
people been living?
Well, it's the size of it. They say, "Man, that thing looks legit." I said, "It is. It's a really good fair.
It's a fair. Yeah,
it's a good one.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, you don't have to be a Macon or Atlanta or Savannah to have the best fairs. I mean, they have a big fair, but we have one here also.
Just had the right people to work on it and make it happen.
Right. And talking to Jason Weaver, they're expanding the 4th of July festivities there in Scriven this year. The fireworks are going to be going twice as high this year.
I'm excited to hear that.
And
that's good.
and doing a bunch more. So that festival is also growing this year. They're in Scriven for the 4th of July. Actually, it's always the Saturday before the 4th, and they'll have that Friday night with Second Chance Band, and then vendors and booths set up all during the day, and entertainment, and then the fireworks. Right on 9:15 to 9:30.
Yep, always a good thing, and I'm glad they're doing what they're doing. The improvements. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
It's going to be good. But once again, let's talk about this Saturday.
This Saturday, the Odom Food Truck Festival in downtown Odom at the Depot, the town square. Music. Well, let's go. Food trucks start at 11 a.m. Food trucks will be there from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's a good long time. Come for a few minutes or come for all day, whatever works for you. Live music starts at 12 noon, going through 8 p.m. And to highlight, we've got a band coming from Macon, a young band called Gray City Limits. They're actually from Gray, Georgia, which is Jones County next door to Macon. But they're an up-and-coming band. I've heard a lot of good about them. Looking forward to it. They're called Gray City Limits. They are from 3:30 until 5. And then the headliner is Saltwater Gypsies. From 6 to 8 p.m. on the stage at the Depot.
So all that going on in Odom.
This Saturday.
11 to 8.
This Saturday, April the 9, 10, 11, 12th.
8, 9. He used his fingers, folks.
Right.
11.
Yeah, well, I had to take my gloves off. And anyway, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., full day music and food.
We've been giving away Wild Adventure ticket vouchers here on Big Dog Country Radio, and and it's amazing. This Saturday, Willie Nelson's going to be there performing Saturday night, starting at 8 o'clock on the Wild Adventure live stage. Right. He is 91, and on April 29th, he'll be 92.
Wow.
I mean, can you imagine it? 91, just a couple of weeks away from 90. By the time he does it, it'll be less than 2 weeks away of being from 92. So let's go ahead and say just 92. performing on stage. Now, let's say Willie Nelson and family. I don't know how much family is going to be there to help out.
Probably a lot. He got a few generations under him, so
yeah. So I don't know if family means Nelson family or just other entertainers, but Willie Nelson and family is going to be there at Wild Adventures this Saturday night at 8 o'clock on the Wild Adventure Live stage, and we'll give away a ticket voucher in just a moment where people will be able to go to Wild Adventures and to Willie Nelson's concert on Saturday night. But it just amazes me. I mean, 92 years old and still on the road again, and he's out there performing.
That's his passion.
Yeah.
That's what he lives for.
You know, and the thing about it is if he wasn't doing this, if he decided to hang it up, his guitar a few years ago, he probably wouldn't still even be around. But this keeps him going, you know. It gives him something else to do.
That's it. That's his passion. That's his driving force.
Yeah. And so just a lot going on. And so, Mark, you did a great job of filling in there for Heather on the tourism board.
Tried to sound like her, but anyway.
Well, you made today because
Heather,
of the voice.
get better soon, please.
Yeah, just and the cold and the flu and all that's been going around quite a bit lately.
I think my wife got a touch of it as well.
Yeah, a lot of it's been going around. I've tried to be very as careful as I possibly can, because I have no one to back me up here at the station. If I'm not here, then I just have to run it on the computer, and so I try to be as careful as I can. And but sometimes, you know, no matter how careful you are, you'll get it.
Yep.
You'll get it. All right, I know you probably got regular work to do.
I got real work to do. Yep.
Yeah, so go do your real work, and we look forward to the big Odom Food Truck Festival this Saturday from 11 to 8.
That's it.
All right, have a good day.
Thank you.
All right, the world famous Butch and Bob show here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup has been brought to you by First Southern Bank and by Murphy Builder Supply, the service department at GNS Auto Sales, and by Heron Aldridge Insurance.